I'll have a blue at Christmas without you. I'll feel so blue. Just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree.
Here's the best part.
It won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me. And when
I'm sitting in on the 22nd and 23rd, right before Christmas. I might play that in its entirety. Of course, Seymour Swine and the Squealers, ladies and gentlemen, bringing you into the next segment of WGN. And the reason for that is there's a very large elf sitting in front of me. He came walking. I'm not kidding. He came walking into the studio. He's been wandering Michigan Avenue. And first I thought it was like Will Ferrell, because remember the movie Elf? And I thought, well, there's Will Ferrell picking up a couple extra bucks on Michigan Avenue. Well, it's not Will Ferrell. It's Mike Maxwell, and he's dressed like a very large elf. Mike, welcome to WGN.
Thanks for having me.
Why are you dressed like an elf?
Why not is the question. There's a lot of people underdressed right now on Michigan Avenue.
I hear you.
No, I'm dressed as Buddy the Elf for Christmas time, and also my family and friends thought I would be all talk when I said, I should wear this Halloween costume.
Oh, it's not yours? You rented it?
No, I had this made for Halloween, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'll wear this come Christmas time downtown. They're like, yeah, I'll believe it when I see it.
And you were wandering out of here trying to distract our one and only Dean Richards while he was doing his broadcasting, and you were like running back and forth and throwing stuff around. He didn't buy it, though, did he?
No, he's like one of those British guards outside Buckingham Palace. He will not move.
So you're more than just a waist of height, huh? You've been at this comedy game. This is something that's kind of been a passion of yours. And if laughter is the best medicine, I guess you're working on your third medical degree, because you got people going in a good direction.
Yeah. I've been thanks. I've been doing stand-up.
I just read what they write.
Yeah,
so I don't know if it's true or not, but go ahead.
That's fine. You're as supportive as my mother. Yeah, it's just blind confidence.
There you go.
I've been doing stand-up. I started slowly towards the end of college, but then it really picked up when I moved back here to Chicago about 5 years ago.
So what is it about comedy that has attracted us? I mean, look, this is a tough job. I mean, not mine, but yours.
Yeah.
But getting out there dressing like an elf and wandering around and trying to get people to laugh. It's easy to do it when you're around the house and no big deal, but you're trying to earn a living at this. That's tough stuff.
Yeah, I think it's just I was fortunate to have some early success where my family and friends thought it was fun, and then I didn't.
Mike, you need to go on TV and the radio. You're really funny.
Yeah, they egged me on, and I was dumb enough to believe them, and then got a couple good lucky shows in front of me to get started, and went from there.
Well, you took a real risk coming up there. Now look, there's like 1,000. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Look, there's a giant elf in here. Do you all see this guy? He's huge. He's like a 6 foot. It's Will Ferrell, ladies and gentlemen.
That's what they all think.
I know.
As long as I don't start
Will,
quoting.
thanks for stopping by. Yeah. You took a real risk coming up here because you told me right away, and I'm glad full disclosure is in order. You're not even a Cubs fan, and you're on the flagship station of the Chicago Cubs, dressed as an elf, my friend.
I've got to really go into enemy territory here. No, it's fine. Yeah, I enjoy being. I'm all the way up on the north side of Chicago, so I get all the Cub stuff all the time.
That's a good thing. People need to laugh more than ever these days, apparently. I mean, there's no doubt. You read the news, and it's pretty depressing. Mike, we're over here.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. And, well, it's not. Look at all these people out here gawking like, why is there a 6'4" elf sitting on WGN? Because you can.
Because you can.
That's exactly right.
We ran a very strict survey, and this is what you guys wanted. You wanted an elf on radio, and this is how it happens. Who sells elves on radio? WGN sells elves on radio.
So, but you got me laughing. I mean, so people these days, there's a lot. You just heard the previous segment. It's very difficult. People are in dire straits. You feel like this is something you were born to do, huh?
Yeah, I like making people laugh. It's a great kind of vacation. Not everyone can go away to a tropical island, but you can have them sit down for 30, 60 minutes and take their mind off any worry they have and laugh at that worry or just laugh in general. Can
I be really honest with you? It's just you and me.
Yeah.
It's very distracting to see you sitting there with that hat on.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if you were an elf or like an 18th century monk of some kind, because it's quite an ornate costume you got.
Yeah, I'm lucky I had my friend's mom make it. It was we definitely went to the bullpen on that one.
You even got the curly-toed shoes going.
Yes, those shoes. I've seen better days.
Have you gone to like a drinking establishment dressed this way?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I've
done it all. I don't need to know any more than that.
Buddy the Elf has made his rounds, in Chicago. So.
And speaking of that, you got some dates coming up in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's going on with that?
Yeah, I'm going to be at Zanies on Tuesday this week.
Dressed like this?
Probably not. I don't know if I'll fit on the stage if I am. So, but yeah, I get to do one of their Rising Talent showcases. I've done about 8 of them there, and it's always a great show. And I'll be able to do 10 minutes there. And then next Tuesday, the 27th, I'll be all the way out in Oswego at Comedy Under the Tap, which is a great room every Tuesday night. And then a little bit further into January, I've pretty booked throughout January, but I've been just asked this past week to host a week at the Improv. So
really?
Yeah, 19th through the 22nd.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I get to do 6 shows there. It's a large venue, I think 200-300 folks can go there. And Linda at the Improv was just great.
That's fantastic. Yeah. It's kind of unnerving. You see all these people. I mean, they're like not used to seeing this elf sitting here. And it's unnerving to me. I'll probably need therapy when I'm done with this. I don't want to see an elf again. Where do you get all your material from? Is this like everybody in your family's fair game?
Yes, everyone is fair game, but I have to be delicate about it.
Yeah.
There's definitely a filter.
Yeah, absolutely. So when you do, I'm going to give you a minute or two. Can you give us some of your stuff? I mean, you can riff on me if you want, or you can pick on these fine people standing on the street here. If you want.
I wouldn't make fun of those guys. They're great. Look at all these kids. This is probably the best way that I should be dealing with kids is with glass-plated windows, just double-plated glass to make sure I'm not interacting with any responsibility.
Yeah, and breathing on them in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Yes.
No, so one story I always like to talk about, since I live so close to Wrigley, I was actually up at a Dunkin' Donuts one weekend, and I was about to place my order, and this guy turns around to his 2 kids who had just had their donuts, and he goes, "Clarky, Addison, it's time to go." Come on, Cub fans, you got to let this go.
Clarky and Addison.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't get what it is about Cub fans, but to name the next generation after the crossroads of failure is a little insane.
You know what? Until this year, I'd say you're right. And you may still be right. It could still stay that way. Now, let me just ask you this, reverse this on you, oh wise elf.
Yeah.
So if kids were getting named after a crossroads at Sox Park, we on the north side, we still call it Sox Park.
Yeah.
Forget the cell.
Yeah, there's no way I could get away with naming one of my kids 35th or Wentworth Maxwell. There's no way. If so, I'm pushing them straight into hip hop, though. If that's it's kind of where they're going to go.
You're a funny guy. So, again, do you have a website people go to?
Yeah, MikeMaxwell.org has all my schedule and my social media contacts, Facebook fan page, and things like that.
Doesn't that org thing mean like your nonprofit?
Well, it is stand-up. How many people are making money at this game? So
can I just keep feeding you lines? Should
Yeah.
I follow you around and throw stuff at you? So
yeah,
you do it?
this is great.
Fantastic. Before I let you go, I want to know who your heroes of comedy are, who the people are that you grew up watching that, I don't know if you emulate them, but they definitely kind of formed the way you do shows.
Sure. Cosby is one of my legends. I've seen him once, and I think he's one of the greatest performers ever. Same for Jerry Seinfeld and Carlin too. So I consider myself, a clean comic, but I still have some teeth to it. Where I can take clean subject matter, but still kind of push the envelope and walk on that line. So those are kind of the 3 that I look at, and I really,
it is kind of creepy.
Yeah, really, kind of.
This reminds like Planet of the Apes, when all the humans were in the cage and the apes were looking at it's kind of like that. It's like the aquarium. We're the fish.
Yeah.
You know what I think? You guys want him to come out and sing Christmas carols for you dressed as an elf?
Yeah.
Some say
having
yes.
me sing is a great idea. This is good.
Mike, I appreciate you coming in. I wish you all the best. You have to keep us posted on how your wanderings, and good job on that improv thing.
Oh, thank you.
Fantastic.